Well, I did it again. I'm sitting here talking again, and I forgot to add myself to the string. I'm like, hey, everybody. I'm still getting used to the Streamlabs. Okay, let me do this again. Hey, Brandy. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Cat in the Hat. How are you? Hey, Aquarian. Hey, Fact Base. Claire Bear. Bee Stinger. What's up? How are you? Welcome, everybody. Again, sorry for how long was it this that I was just talking and nobody could hear me. Hey, thank you for stopping by today. I really just wanted to come live, do kind of a quickie, just more because I know how I am. And good morning, Paige. And thank you, Cat in the Hat. Trust me. Typically, I would probably have withdrawn, and that was rough for me. I was heartbroken, and I knew that Set the Record Straight was going to make a video about me. So it's hard. And actually, it's a violation because I put it unlisted so that because Katrina she was gone. She had to step away. She was making a pizza. Hey, Kansas City Lights. It's been a minute. How are you? Hey, Catherine. And so she didn't hear everything. And so I wanted her to be able to hear it. But, Set the Record Straight decided here's the link, everybody. I'm not going to respect the fact that it's unlisted. And I don't have any right to do that because she didn't give it to me, But that's okay. But I will say that Set the Record Straight is definitely a female. I do know that from watching that. So yes, but I don't want to concentrate on that at all. So how is everybody? Welcome. So I guess we're just going to dive in, just kind of, I'm kind of like, I'm on the fence. Like, I think I'm going to play because I want to play a couple more clips, videos. We're making our way down, we're making our way through the videos, and hopefully, because I'm going to keep this shorter live, but I'm not going to waste any time. Like one was wasted last night. Awesome, Cat in the Hat, and thank you for your help last night. It meant a lot. Yes, right, Aquarian. That's to put it nicely. Okay, that's to put it nicely. Okay, but yeah, I actually do. I have them blocked. I hope, but if for some reason they're probably lurking. You're lurking. But yeah, and I mean, technically, if I wanted to be an asshole, I could strike their channel. But I'm not petty like that, but but you know what? It's like, they're not a good person, and it comes out, and it's sad. Because people like that, they want to make people unhappy and they want to hurt. And I feel sorry for them. And well, they're really pathetic, but you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying it. It just shows when you do things like that, especially when somebody has a panic attack and then they prey upon that. It's pretty dirty. Whoops. Yikes. Sorry. I hate when that happens. Okay. Then we're just going to dive on in. Every time if I hear that, it's like this song, it's a R&B song. I think it's from Jeremiah, I think. I don't know, but they're like, I'm about to dive in or something like that. It's a sexual song, I think, more. But I just heard that song when I said dive in. But yeah, let's do it. I mean, do y'all want to? Yeah, exactly, Aquarian. And They strike me for what? Like nobody. Well, oh, you mean Mensa? Because Mensa did a while back. Oh yeah, and the fact that she would take an unlisted live and share it with everybody. The only reason I did that was so that I could share that, because otherwise I was going to put it private. But I didn't realize. I knew that they were going to make a video. I just knew it. And that was what was upsetting. I didn't care about them. It was just more of what was happening. But I don't want to talk about that right now. But anyways, but I'm going to rise above, and it's all good. I know they know who they are. And I don't know if y'all noticed or you picked up on it. But she's, like I said, Set the Record Straight is definitely a female. Oh, I know, right? Cat in a Hat. Yeah. So, and yeah, but when did she say she was a man? I guess let me play. I'll play the video clip, and I don't know if y'all heard the sigh, but let me see. Hold on, because I'm pretty sure it sounded like a female sigh, which sounded a lot like Mensa and her attitude, but I could be wrong. Now, I want to say that I don't know if you could see the time. Could be that they are from another country. So, but like we're doing true detective work here. Let me play it really quick because it's private now, because but I will play that for just to get that link. Or not the link, I mean, yeah. Oh wait, that's not it. That's not it. Wait, I need to hold on, guys. Oh, wait, where am I? Okay, okay. Just a minute. Actually, I can look for it up here. I don't have to go. Okay. Well, no, I have to, nope. If I'm sharing something, I got to get in a different browser. Okay. Sorry, give me a second. And then once we do that, then I'm done giving that. But I want to see, I want to get y'all's opinion. Here. Okay. Okay. Sorry, hold on. Oh, there it is. Okay, hold on. Okay. It's like, I hate it because it's like, they're like, oh, there's. Oops, I forgot to do the share the audio. It's like, I do like, I really do. Hold on. I do like StreamYards. It's actually been pretty cool. But I mean, and I guess it's good that they give you that option to not share the audio always. But you have to remember to check it, or else the other people can't hear the audio. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna need to share. Okay, share audio. And there we go. I'm trying to remember where it was. Oh yeah, wait, hold on. Let's see, hold on. Oh, here we go. You're lurking. Oh. Did you hear that? Did you hear that sigh? Hold on. Hold on. Listen. Did you hear that? Did y'all hear that big old sigh? Yeah, that's a female. It sounds that sigh. I don't know. Sounds familiar. But anyways, all right. You couldn't hear anything? Okay, did I? Okay, could y'all not hear very well? Or maybe I wonder. Hey, Brandy. Oh, hello, darling Nikki. Hello. Okay, let's see. A little squeak. Okay, I wonder if I share it here, it might be better. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Let's see here. And I wonder if it'd be better. Okay, it might be better if I do it from, okay. I wonder if this is better. Hold on. I may need to I wonder, I'm trying to think if I should do it. I don't know. Hello, how are you? Yeah, I don't think it's going to work but anyways, I heard, and it's definitely, oh, cool. Hey, sing on Mama's Drama. Hey, Brian, my gosh, where have you been all my life? It's been so long. I've missed you. It's been so long. How are you? Welcome. Okay. All right. So what? Oh, wait, I can't. Okay. You can't sleep? Okay. Well, hopefully, I can help a little bit. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely. You think it was some kind of sigh? I mean, could be. You never know. We just don't know, and you can I don't know. I mean, she knows who Granny Fanny is, and she's trying to act like she doesn't, but I don't think so, Paige. No, but it's and this is part of the Mary Marlowe, it's and that's what Set the Record was saying, that I'm paid for by the Rzuceks. No, I mean, it's just, I have compassion for them, and I'm going to, try to, when he comes on and pleads for people to stop the conspiracies and stop the lies, then, yes, exactly. Oh, right. Well, okay, what I'm saying. I don't always promote, violence, but yeah, let's just say that's, metaphorically. But yes, she's an evil presence. She struck my channel. I know, right? Mary Marlowe. Woof. Mary Marwho. Oh, good night, my sweet Ethel. Oh, yes. Darling Nikki, last night she was in my chat attacking me, and then they made a video about it. So yeah, it was rude and mean. Okay, so what is it, single mama? Are you talking about Mary Marlowe, or because that's why another reason. I mean, tonight, somebody texted me and they were like, oh, she's live. So I went in there a little bit, just listening to her BS. But, the minute anybody would say something opposing, they immediately blocked her. No, Brian, I'm doing better. I mean, I had to push myself, but I'm like, you know what? I'm going to just go live, because if I don't, then every day that goes by, it's going to be easier and easier for me not to. And, but yeah, Brian, if you have any of those, You haven't burned them yet. I'd like, just for research, just for, what I'm saying. Yeah, I heard of that. Yeah. Yeah. But she wants to, I didn't profit. Okay, but she stole the research. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yet she wants to strike my channel, right? Please. People are snakes, man. Like they're just snakes. But like Mary Marlowe, when what she's doing is wrong on there's a million reasons, but the fact that she's turned her comment section off and then when she has lives, she completely blocks and has her mods like block or immediately delete. And it's like, that's a dictator and that's not okay. Then take that privately, stay on your Patreon, like if you just want people to agree with you and be like, yes, you're doing so great. You're right. The speculations and the saying that Shanann was raped and, God knows what, just horrible things all based out of her, demented delusions, no facts or evidence. It's just then take it private. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's like she always gets it wrong. You know what I mean? And that's why, one of the reasons why I'm still talking is because I know that there are a lot of people that want to discuss it and they want to get that out. And that's one of the reasons why, I do like the Rocker Girl interview with Mary Marlowe, or I do my Mandy More Lies, because people can, they can take that frustration and anger, and instead of wasting it on letting it eat you raw, or like, or, just any chance you get trying, leaving hate or whatever, don't even waste your energy on that, come and like laugh and walk away feeling a little less weighed down by that, and be able to get out your feelings. But I'll tell you what, everybody has been so respectful. You know what I mean? Yeah, Claire Bear. And that also shows that, like, yeah, do I have some of her flock come in and what? No, NK is responsible and blah, blah, blah. And, but I mean, everybody is respectful and that's what it's all about. And so I don't like ignorance, and and when I've invested in a true crime case and I see the family and they have just, guys, been through so much, the Rzuceks. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like from the first to the second confession and all of and Chris Watts's just evil FUs in the second, having to tell all those wretched details. And then they're having to deal with people like Mary Marlowe and Mensa and set the record straight set the record straight. One of their videos that they posted recently basically says that Shanann killed the girls, and because of the way, the autopsies, okay, they're even breaking those down, saying that she killed Bella with such force that it tore her like her sternum, that muscle right there that was bruised because she was, strangled by Chris in her sleep. But they're just trying to say that she killed herself. She killed herself. Okay? Like what? Like what? Like that's evil and that's wrong and it's sick. Yeah. Oh yes. Big announcement that she's not the trolls. Now, I'll tell you though, she was talking some mad shit about AD, which, I'm all, he's another one of those, I'm going to play for you guys. I don't know if all you saw, so AD, like he does this thing where, he he makes, if he doesn't do a live, then he creates these movie trailer videos. Like on iMovie, you can create a movie trailer or a movie. And so talking about the facts and just making it so dramatic. And so I made one, right? Just to, but addressing him because he's back, with a vengeance. And he's talking about, his wacky conspiracies and I'm the one thing. But let me play this one. This one I made, calling him, I dubbed him the father of the chriswatts. The father of the Watts family murder conspiracies. Like he's the father of them. And I guess he stole his stuff from Mary Marlowe because she was his mod. Okay, so I'm gonna hold on just a minute. Let me share this. I don't know if I'm still sharing. Okay, I'm gonna share this. I like to keep it lighthearted too, Okay. All right, here we go, guys. Let me know if you can hear. Can y'all hear? Let me see. Can y'all hear? Hold on. Yeah, exactly. Right, exactly. I know, right, Brian? Oh my gosh. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, are you kidding me? And I show right here, like where he shows, and it's both are Chris Watts. Okay. But he's like, this one's Chris Watts and this one's NK. There was no red car. You can see Betty leave her driveway. And, that was confirmed evidence. There was no red car. Like, what? But here, I'll just show you, hold on. Let me do this. Hold on. I'll start it again. Hold on. So can y'all hear it? Can y'all hear is the audio okay on it? Hold on. Let's see. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes. Single mamas. And you know what? She actually, because I was in my head, I was like, it was from his watch. It was from his Apple Watch. They don't, alarm systems don't really count the steps. You know what I mean? So yeah, if you think about it, yeah, that was shown and she corrected herself. But she was like grilling that guy, the person putting the alarm in her house, alarm system. But yeah, think about it, guys. The 2 miles or whatever that he walked, with going up and down the stairs. And then when he was at the oil site and he was going up and down all of those stairs, taking the kids, to drop them, dispose of them and like trash into the oil. And she defends him. I'm like, what? Okay. Can y'all hear? Yeah. Yeah, he had no accomplice, right? Brian. And it's like, and like I said, all of these people are basing it off of nothing but speculation. And see, it's one thing to speculate about a case that the facts aren't collected yet. We haven't got the discovery, yeah. But once you get the discovery, once you get the evidence, the speculation, the conspiracies, it's like, come on, you know what I mean? So like, but can y'all hear? I don't think I've got a confirmation on if y'all can hear. I just want to, hold on. I'm going to do that. Hold on. I can't remember if oh, whoops. Okay, hold on. I forgot to do that. But yeah, if y'all can let me know. And also, okay. And also if I'm cutting out at all, let me know. Okay, hold on. Let me pull this back up. Okay. Okay, hold on. Okay, now I'm going to share. But yeah, just let me know. Make sure that y'all can hear. Okay, let's play that again. Hold on. And then he's like, I'm a victim. It's like, you're inserting yourself into this case, Like, don't. Okay. Just give me an okay if y'all can hear. Watch, it's like he claims this is Chris Watts. Like, that's supposedly in gay. Father of the Watts family murders, conspiracies. Could y'all hear that? Okay. You couldn't hear what I was sharing with you guys? Hold on. So y'all couldn't hear it? Hold on. Let me see here. Okay. Let me make sure I have my settings right. Yeah, I mean, it should be. So you could hear Brandy? Could you hear it? Yeah. You could see it, but you couldn't hear it? Okay. Let me see. That's interesting. Hold on. Let me see what I have on here for the... Hold on. Let me see if I can figure... Maybe it's on here on this end where... How do I get to like the speakers and stuff like that? Let me see. Oh, nope, don't want to do that one. Oh, hold on. So what is this? What does that mean? Okay. Okay. See. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out because I guess y'all couldn't hear, which that's not cool. Let's see. I don't know. Like, that's really weird. Hold on. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, it was just music. Okay. No. Oh, yeah, right. So I was just showing a video that I had made. Yeah, please. Single Mama's Drama. And I'm going to put, I'll put the link for anybody that wants to call in. I always have the floor open, you know, even if you have opposing views. I'd rather you come and talk about it. Yeah, should I play it again or... I know, Paige. I mean, it's just, you know, I mean, hold on, let me take this. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so, well, yeah. So, but let me, okay, I'm going to try this again. I want to make sure that everybody, like I said, can hear. Hold on. Okay, so share audio. Okay. Okay. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm going to try, so let's go ahead and, okay, so what video because I want to play, we got through, we looked at the surveillance. We were looking at the interrogation. I want to play the sentencing because, number one, there were things that I picked up on that I hadn't really before. I mean, I think I only watched it like a couple of times. But one of the things was his body language and facial expressions after Frank was done with addressing him, and how, because people are like, how could he come out in February and say all these, things, knowing that's going to hurt not only, oh, thank you, fact base, not only hurt, the Rzuceks, but even his own family, but he doesn't care. But, it was a big F you. And his facial expression, man, he was like pissed. So it makes sense, right? Because Frank was calling him monster. But there's one thing that Mary Marlowe was talking about in her live today about, and these are things that I'm wanting to come back behind and prove, and show the facts. Because they're saying that there's a part where he says, the one, this one, but they were saying it sounded like he said the woman or something. But I listened to it and that he said the one, the evil one or the one, but we'll play it. Let me see if I can pull that up. Single mamas. So basically, yeah, it was basically just calling out that she doesn't want anybody to send her any of the trolls anymore. But she was calling out AD, which, I'm like, hey, that's fine. It's funny because Critical K was calling out Mensa the other day. And she called out Critical K. She says that Granny Fanny is Critical K, or probably Steve Sanders, who we know he's one of her biggest like trolls, and he's so mean. He's evil and mean, but probably him. And you can always tell when Kay is lying. She went live for a short live tonight. Just, I don't even know really what her point was, but, she was talking about Granny Fanny and how refreshing he is, right? And she's just like, oh, man, I'm like, I have a crush on him. And, but she's like, I don't know who he is, it's just the way that you can tell when she's like, I pick up on it when she's lying. But yeah, she completely knows. And the funny thing is like Mary was calling out Granny Fanny but Granny Fanny actually supported her, like was saying nice things about her. Like she's just so crazy. It's like, what? Okay. But yeah, and she called me out. And it's like, do you understand what trolls are? Like trolls, like I'm a creator and I do videos addressing certain people or YouTubers for their nonsense and when they're hurting people. I mean, it's one thing to have your opinion, but when you're blatantly hurting people, bullying people, using your platform in a hateful or irresponsible way, and like when you completely disregard the Rzucek family when they do a live news conference plea to please stop because it is making it worse for them. I'm not going to stand by and just be like, oh, well, that's their opinion. No. Okay. Like, then do not claim that you are for the family or the Shanann, especially if you're a Chris Watts sympathizer, like sitting here saying he didn't do it. It was the mistress. He was not capable of that. Oh, poor Chris. It's like, please. No, actually, single. Are you talking about AD? Because AD is not. He will go around, and I guess he did that to Mary Marlowe. He like threatened to sue her. And he goes around and strikes channels. So, he's not harmless, actually, if that's who you're talking about. He's not harmless. He's, but yeah. So yeah, but I want to play, I'll play that. And let's see again if hopefully y'all can hear. And I want to see the, hold on. Okay. I want to play the interrogation. Let's kind of finish a little bit with that. Oh, no, I meant Chris. Okay. Can y'all hear? Just give me a thumbs up if y'all can hear. It may be. Can y'all hear? Look at him. I mean, he's like, I'm just, I killed my family and disposed of them, and I'm just chilling like a villain. So can y'all hear? I hate to keep bugging, but I need that to let me know. I know, right? It's disgusting. Can y'all hear, guys? And I'm sorry I keep asking. Just let me know, please. You can't hear? You can't hear? Okay. Damn it. Okay. I don't know what's happening. Okay, let me see here. Okay. Okay, just a minute. Give me a second. I'm kind of trying to see if I don't want that. I'm trying to see if there is a place where, hold on. Okay, and I may test it out so I can hear. Okay, see if I can hear it. Okay, I'm hitting share audio, right? Let's see. Oh, I see. Okay. Huh. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. Okay, hold on. Because it's showing that if I try to share the fire, if I try to share a different browser, it's saying it doesn't give me the option to share the audio, which is interesting. I wonder if I do this. Let me see if it'll give me the option for this one. Hold on. Still trying to figure things out. No, it's not giving me. It's just really weird. Okay. So I don't know how to do this where, because I want to be able to see the chat and I can't if I'm on a different thing. Hold on. I mean, I feel like, what's this? Okay, let me see. Okay, let me see if I share this. Yeah, it's not giving me the option to do the audio for these. Okay. Okay, well, I think I think I know what I need to do. All right. I'll just have to share from here and I'll figure out how I can see the comments too. But let me get this up. I should be, okay, hold on. Okay. Okay, first, I'm gonna share again, share the screen. And then share audio of this. All right.
But you have no idea who that would be? Because we've exhausted all of them, all those people. Okay. Is that surprise you? Because I don't know.
Can y'all hear?
That's something that's in her wheelhouse. Did that surprise you that she said that and did that?
Right, exactly. Aquarian.
Like she said, might could have been a play date. Okay.
Hey, Metis guy.
She's very vague in the fact that she just said.
Can y'all hear this?
Okay. That's why I text her, like, you can tell me, like, where the kids are. What time did you text her? That was 7.
Brian, I'm hungry.
7:40. Okay. And no word from her, obviously. No. Okay.
Yeah, no.
So then we're at.
Can y'all hear? Okay, awesome. Yay. Okay.
Go to a friend's house. You sure she didn't say I'm going to take him somewhere to a hotel or something?
Okay, so hold on. I'm sorry. I know y'all can't see, but
a friend's house. Yeah, because like if it was a hotel, I would have definitely asked the question like.
Hold on. Let's see where.
For clues, just look at every vantage point. This is something I would never do to my kids.
Okay, here we go. Hold on.
It's about like what could have happened. Like, do you think she could have gone somewhere?
Look at him like
she's
fishing.
At my house right now, like they would have had to say something by now. With all this going on, there's no way they could have kept their mouth shut by now. So then, who are you worried about? Honestly, like I can't really say like if I'm worried about anybody right now as far as like any of her friends that I know.
Himself.
All of them are showing like they're deep concern about what's going on right now. And
yes. Yeah. Yeah. Single mamas to that. If you compare to Mensa and stuff, yeah, they're not as evil like that. Yeah, I get that. I get that.
Something somebody I don't know. Yeah. Does your gut tell you that Shanann and the kids?
I know she's Brian. She thinks she's.
They walked out.
She thinks she's smarter than the FBI.
In the other direction. Okay. Friends Dave Cologne and Jeremy Lindstrom combined to show. They're people that Shanann reaches up to. Okay. Have we talked to them? Oh yeah, we talked to them on the phone. You have? I've texted them. It's all on there. Okay. And so the real live communication sense, we couldn't find Shanann. Yeah, like that. Okay. Have police talked?
I know, it's ridiculous.
Okay.
Actually,
no, they're like
exactly, Brian. He should.
Baltimore. Oh, yeah, over there. All right. Who else calls?
I mean, she's slandering.
Her mom.
She is slandering innocent people, calling them murderers, and
that's another. She lives in New Jersey.
And one of them, her newest one, this Damon guy that is associated through Trent Bolt, who is a liar. Somehow she's bringing him, and now he was part of the gang, because I mean, of course, it takes 5 people, to, and I mean, in the history of family annihilators, this is so common, you get a gang of people, right? You got a Charles Manson kind of situation, NK's Manson, having this, hypnotizing power over these people, like what? That are going to kill, like what? But anyways, I've had somebody tell me that they actually contacted him and he's pissed. He has a family, he has young children, and he's being harassed, and they're suffering because of it, because of Mary Marlowe. Like what she's doing is slander. And I hope they all sue her. You know what I mean?
Oh, love Jeremy, Dave, all those people. Okay.
Yeah, if you want to come up here and talk, you can come up and talk. Single mamas, what happened?
Investigations like this, keep an open mind.
Yummy.
On everything.
Catherine Freestone.
And part of keeping an open mind is listening to you talk about your wife and your marriage. And the day she goes missing is the day that you guys have marital discord.
It's like,
understand when I'm thinking about you. Yeah.
This is where he's like, he's
much on the like, I know, like, I've talked to a few of my friends who's like, this does not look good on you. I'm like, I know. It's like people that, if people knew that we were having marital issues, they're going to look at me, especially with the way everything looks. It honestly just makes me sick to my stomach because this is something that I would never do.
Well, you did it, Ever.
I know, like, you have to look at every vantage point. This is something I would never do to my kids or my wife at all.
Yeah, Donna Marie here. Absolutely. Here you go. How are you?
I'm not sure, like, what I could do to make people believe that, just because if they...
Do you hear, like, what he just said? He's like, I don't know what I have to do to make people believe that I didn't do this, even though I did. It's like he's almost like, hey, Katrina.
If they knew we were having marital discord, they would automatically look at me.
See, right there, he's like, if they knew, he's always about like lying and manipulating things, and like he didn't tell NK everything, didn't tell her that his wife was pregnant because he knew she wouldn't date him, but he's just worried about what people think of him.
But there's no, I would harm anybody in my family at all.
Oh.
I know we were having marital discord, and we had that conversation that morning, and then she goes...
The conversation is actually, I believe, when he talks about it, the emotional conversation is actually him killing Shanann. That's what he, in his mind, that's how he is able to be okay with it, Because when I was listening to him, when I've been listening to that, explaining the emotional conversation, like everything, it's him, and because he's a liar, but it's like for him to be able to somehow, what's the word I'm looking for? Like justify it, or like, it's like the truth comes out and somehow, but especially with Chris, it's like these subtle little things that he says, or the way he describes something. It's like you can completely see that when he talks about the emotional conversation, he's talking about the act of him killing her and the feelings and why. And there was no conversation, there wasn't. She was asleep, from what I can gather from the evidence.
Why should I believe you? Because I'm a very trustworthy person.
Yeah, did you hear that? Why should I believe you? Because I'm a very trustworthy person. Hold on.
Not to look at me, but there's no, I would harm anybody in my family at all.
Him, love, Katrina. And like the thing is that, based on the evidence, you can't, like with Chris, I mean, he's a liar. He's a pathological liar. And so the things that he says, even though he says it's the truth, there are half truths in it, and you can kind of get an idea. But he's, but literally, I 100% feel like that there was no conversation. Because with Shanann, there's no defensive wounds on, or like on her, like there was no real sign that she, like Bella, bless her, it was obvious that she fought for her life. But Shanann, I believe by looking at the evidence that she was asleep and he murdered her in her sleep, the coward. But he never, and that's what, even in the second interview, second confession, they ask him and he's like, well, I never came out and said I was having an affair, but I knew she knew. It's like, what? Like, he's a pussy, like, but here's where he lies.
Discord, and we had that conversation that morning, and then she goes, we have no idea where she is.
What?
Or the kids.
No, Donna Marie, no, that's not. Right. Exactly, Brian. Exactly. Yeah, I believe she was asleep. Because nobody would just let somebody strangle them and not fight. So did y'all hear when he's like, hold on.
I promise you that I had nothing to do with any of that.
There's that silence. He said, are you telling the truth? Why should I believe you?
Because I'm a very trustworthy person, and the people that
look at him lying. Did y'all pick up on that? Did you just pick up on the duping right here? Like, I mean, like Chris almost makes it too obvious, but he is the duping smile. He's like, why should I believe you? Because I'm a trustworthy guy, right? Like, let me do this again. Like,
I promise you that nothing.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but Katrina, can you erase that, please, about the sex? That's just wrong. Do you mind taking that off, or Brian?
Why should I believe you? Because I'm a very trustworthy person.
You see that smile?
People that do know me, they know how I'm a calm person. I am not an argumentative person. I am a person who is
exactly, Brian.
never going to be abusive or physical in any kind of relationship. I would never harm my kids. I would never harm my wife.
Yeah.
You can talk. You can talk to any of my friends, any of her friends. They know me.
Ridiculous.
They know. I'm a
exactly.
guy
Cat in a hat.
That's quiet. I'm not about confrontation. I'm not about anything that elevates to that level. I mean, like if someone yells at me, screams at me, I just take it and I just try to get it by the wayside. And
all the more reason that it builds up and builds up.
And where like none of that gets to that height.
It's
I am not that person. I've never been that person.
Okay, hold on. The freaking emotional conversation. Yeah, I think we know. I don't know. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can. I just say, everybody, please. I don't want to hear any comments about the sexual stuff. Because like just don't say that kind of stuff. You know what? Oh, you're not a mod. Oh, right. Okay.
I don't know like what it involves.
Because now, yeah, there you go.
From what I've seen, it goes on your finger. You know what the purpose of one is? That's for a lot of types of tests. Okay. All right.
I mean, Donna, like I said, I mean, you're welcome here. Just, just like don't do that. Don't say that. Okay.
I'm going to come back in here. I have a lot more questions for you.
Oh, Brian, I'm sorry. I did not mean to do that.
I want to remind you that tonight is volunteer.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I did not mean to do that. How can I put that back? I didn't mean to do that. I meant because hers was right above that. I didn't mean to remove that comment of yours. I'm sorry.
And you understand that.
Sorry, Brian. I'm like,
right now.
I don't know if y'all can see any more comments about the sex on then.
Having said that, if we want to talk to you, I have a lot more questions for you.
Yeah, just please. Fact-based, you're a mod, so, and Brian, you're a mod now.
I'm telling you the absolute truth.
Oh my gosh, that's ridiculous.
Let's take a tiny break.
Well, Donna Marie, like, Donna Marie, like that right there, that's something where I'm going to say that is not normal. Like most people that are familiar with the case, nobody's going to think that. Okay. But the only reason is because like Mary Marlowe decided to talk about how she may have been raped by one of the other 4 or 5, co-conspirators. But just because they're like, why did Chris say that he had sex with Shanann this in the second confession? To me, it was a big FU to NK, because he talked about how he found out that she was still talking to other guys and setting up dates. This was after he killed his family. So he was like, oh, well, I might as well tell her, just to kind of stick it to her, just like he, to the FBI and CBI agent saying that he's such a good liar and gave that, which I just wanted to kind of show that. And then I wanted to move on to really quick the sentencing. And hold on. Oops. Okay, so where is, okay, that one. Okay. I think this is a good one to use. Ugh, look at that. The audio just doesn't seem very loud on this. I don't know why. Like some of these, the audio is not very loud. Hold on. Let's see. So I want to make sure that y'all can. Yeah, this one sounds louder for sure. But I don't want the commentary. Hold on. I don't want the commentary, but hold on. Let's see how many. It's like there's a lot. Let's see if this one. This is a prosecutor.
Your Honor, there are no words to adequately describe the unimaginable tragedy that brings us before this court today. By my comments, I'm not even going to try to express the horror,
Brian.
the pain, or the suffering that
Yeah,
these families,
exactly, darling, Nikki, exactly.
Who were part of this investigation.
Too much of a,
However, I do want to spend a few
pussy.
minutes sharing with the court the details of the crime, as so far you've only had an opportunity to review the affidavit and a few facts here and there.
And I will say too, guys, that, okay, if you look at Shanann, she was fighting for her marriage, right? And the way that she, even when she was like talking to Chris, just really bending over backwards to apologize for anything, about like, because he had made a comment about not being able to hang a picture, so she was, she sent him a book, she was just, he emotionally disconnected from her. I know how that is. I know how that feels. My ex did that and still does it. And it's so painful. But it makes, if you really love the person, you're going to fight. But it's so painful because you're fighting, for the love and attention and affection of somebody that just completely switched on you. And you know what I mean? And so I know exactly how she was feeling, and she wouldn't, trust me. Especially in North Carolina, she was starting to kind of, even though she was like, no, he's not really like that. She was kind of had a little bit of suspicion, but she did not come home and she wasn't like, what the fuck? Like, you did this and I bet you have another woman. No, she was doing everything. She was like thanking him when she was gone the weekend to Arizona right before this happened. She was like, thank you for letting me hold you. That felt really good. And because he was not being affectionate with her. So she was thankful for any and all affection and attention from him. She even wrote him a note, so it's like
the court in the motions and pleadings that have been filed. The questions that have screamed out to anyone who will listen since August 13th of 2018 are why and how.
Yeah.
Why did this have to happen?
Mm-hmm.
How could a seemingly normal husband and father annihilate his entire family? For what?
Right.
These are the questions that only one individual in this courtroom or on this planet knows the answers to. I fully expect we will not receive the answers to these questions today, nor will we at any point in the future. I don't expect that he will ever tell the truth about what truly happened or
Mhm.
why. Even if he did, there is no rational way that any human being could find those answers acceptable responses
Right.
to such horrific questions.
Right.
The best we can do is try to piece together some kind of understanding from the evidence that is available to us.
Yes, the
And the
evidence,
tells us this.
not speculation.
The defendant coldly and deliberately ended 4 lives.
Mhm.
Not in a fit of rage.
Exactly,
Not by
Brian.
way of accident, but in a calculated and sickening
I don't,
manner.
oh, let's see. Hold on.
Shanann was 34 years old.
Hold on.
She had married the defendant in November of
I'm not sure if
2012.
that helps at all.
Over the weekend leading up to August 13th, she had been at a work conference in Phoenix, Arizona.
Okay, is that a little
and
better?
returned home in the early morning hours of August 13th. We know that she got home about 1:45 in the morning. The doorbell camera on their home shows her
I'm sorry. Whoops.
arriving back home.
Okay, hopefully
From
that's
the
a little
airport.
better, guys.
Shortly thereafter, at least according to the defendant, they had what he referred to as an emotional
Yep, exactly,
conversation
Brian.
about the state of their
Yeah,
marriage.
the emotional
about what their lives
conversation
would
was
look like
the
going
actual act of him killing
What
her.
was said during that emotional conversation, only he knows.
Yep,
What we do
darling.
know
Yep,
is that shortly after that,
that's right. And she was
the defendant
asleep.
strangled her
She was
to death
asleep.
with his own hands.
That's why she didn't fight. Exactly, Brian. There was
We
no
know that
struggle.
he slowly took her life the morning of August 13th.
Which that's just, oh my
We know
God.
that this was not done in an uncontrolled, vengeful
Okay, awesome.
manner
Yay.
that he tried to describe to agents from CBI and the FBI. If that were the case, you would expect to see vicious, horrible bruising about her
Mhm.
neck, shoulders, and face. You would expect to see the highway bone in her neck.
Hi, Audrey Rose.
You would expect to see some kind of defensive wounds on his body
Mhm.
as she struggled and fought for her own life.
Yep.
None of those are present. The only
Look at that
injuries that
judge.
were
He's
on
like,
Shanann's
my
body
God.
were one set of finger or bruising, what appeared to be fingernail or finger mark bruising to the right side of her neck. We know that our
So did you hear that, Mensa, and set the record straight? There was fingerprint bruising on her neck. Okay. And she didn't take her dominant hand and strangle herself.
experts will tell us that it takes 2 to 4 minutes to strangle someone to death manually with their own hands.
Mm-mm-mm.
The horror that she felt as the man that she loved wrapped his hands around her throat and choked the life out of her must have been unimaginable.
Rest in peace, Shanann.
Even worse, what must Bella, age 4,
God.
and Celeste, age 3,
Mm.
must have experienced or thought as their father, the
Can't
one
even
man on this
imagine.
planet
Like, it's
who was
just.
supposed to nurture and protect them, was
Yeah.
snuffing out their lives.
Right, Claire Bear?
They both died from smothering. Let me say that again.
Exactly. Right.
The man seated to my right smothered his daughters.
Is she still talking about that?
Why? Imagine the horror in Bella's mind as her father took her last breaths away.
Okay, let's just again. Okay.
Your Honor, understand very clearly, Bella fought back for her life.
I know. Exactly,
The
Brian.
frenulum, the connective tissue between her upper lip and her gum,
I know, right,
had
darling?
a centimeter and a half laceration. She bit her tongue.
Oh my
multiple
gosh,
times
just
before she
gruesome.
died.
Gruesome.
She fought back for her life.
Oh,
her
please.
father
Look at him. Like, he's not even crying, you
Celeste
know?
had no such injuries.
Please.
In fact, she had no
Ugh.
external injuries at all. But according to the medical examiner, she was smothered nonetheless.
Mm.
The defendant then methodically and calmly
Yep.
loaded their bodies into his work truck.
Yeah.
Not in a hasty or
No,
disorganized
he's
way.
very, very calm.
He was seen from the neighbor's doorbell camera, backing his truck into the driveway,
Mm-hmm.
going back and forth into the house and back out to the truck.
Yeah,
different
true,
times.
Ryan. Yep.
One time for each of their bodies. He
Well,
then drove them
Audrey.
away from their family home one final time. Intent on
So I'm just going to stop this really quick. And like I said, you know, I mean, I may like get a little frustrated, but I'm not going to, as long as you're being respectful, I'm not going to, you know, shame you or make you feel like shit. But, but, you know, Audrey, it's like, again, we're kind of veering off speculation when we have plenty of facts and evidence and 2 confessions from him. Okay. And the second one, he says, yes, he did. And he explained exactly how he did it. And he was still lying in that confession. He didn't take him out and they weren't still alive. But I mean, like he's who I believe a psychopath, and he's a pathological liar. But he does not deserve 1 ounce. Like when you say things like that, when you're like, I don't think he killed the kids, like you are doing an injustice to Shanann and the babies, because he did, and he does not deserve an ounce of mercy at all, like whatsoever. And like Mary Marlowe and people like that, they're fueling this and they're like, oh, he's not capable of it. He didn't do it. He didn't, it's like, no, he did. He did.
On hiding any evidence of the crimes that he had just committed. In one final sign of callousness for his wife, his daughters, and their unborn son, and their remains, he drove them to a location that he thought no one would ever find them.
And
to one
at
of
his
the oil
work
tank
site.
batteries with which he was so familiar. He knew this was safe. He had texted a coworker the night before saying, I'll head out to that site. I'll take care of it.
Okay.
He
Well,
had carefully ensured that he would be alone
can somebody
in the middle of the plains.
Can somebody delete the messages like that say like semen or anything like that, please? Just can you delete them? They're like don't just or put them in a timeout or something. Like Donna Marie, like you're welcomed here, but please stop discussing anything that has to do with sex, please. Because number 1, there's absolutely no evidence. Number 2, it's disrespectful. Okay, so please.
To secrete away the remains of his family in a place that he hoped they would never be found.
Exactly, Nikki.
In one final measure of disrespect for the family he once had, he ensured that they would not be together, even in death, or so he thought. He disposed of them in different locations.
Mm-hmm.
He buried Shanann and Nico in a shallow grave away from the oil tanks.
Right, exactly, Brian.
Bella and Celeste were thrown away
good point.
in the oil tanks at this
Yeah,
facility.
that's a good point. Or he
Different
could have
tanks, so
masturbated,
these little girls wouldn't be together in death.
But again,
Imagine this, Your
let's
Honor.
please get off the topic of that.
This defendant
It was a lie.
took those little girls and put them through a hatch at the top of an oil tank.
No, it's fine. Like I want to debunk it. Let's debunk it, Brian. It's like, you know
Bella
what I'm
had
saying?
scratches on her left buttocks from being shoved through this hole. A tuft of blonde hair was found on the edge of one of these hatches.
Ugh.
The defendant
Did you
told
see that right there?
investigators
Did you
that
see
Bella's tank
the-
seemed emptier.
Hold on. Look at his attorney, how he kind of reacts to that. Like, God damn.
Scratches on her
Watch.
left buttocks.
Just watch
from
his.
being
Look at that.
shoved through this hole.
Look at that.
A
Just a
tuft of
minute.
blonde hair was found
Right
on
here.
the edge of one of these hatches.
Look at that. He's like, oh God. He's like, fuck.
The defendant told investigators that Bella's tank
Did y'all
seemed emptier
did y'all catch that? Like he's like, oh,
than CeCe's because of the sound that the splashes made.
You're a mod, right, Brian? I made you a mod.
Significantly, when his
me
coworkers
see, hold
arrived
on.
at the tank battery later that morning, to a person they all described
Okay,
him
hold
as
on.
acting
Yeah,
completely
you're
normal.
Brian. Or,
It
yeah,
was a
you're a
normal work
moderator.
day. Even while
Okay,
his
thank you,
daughter sank in
Factories.
the oil and water
Thank
not
you.
far away from him.
And like I said, I'm all about debunking. Let's debunk it. You know what I mean? But quit. Like, don't continuously, like Donna Marie, like keep talking about it. It's like, what I'm saying. There's just no evidence to substantiate that.
And then his efforts at deception truly began. We've all seen the emotionless interviews that the defendant gives to the local media asking for help.
Like right here, look at that. Like, hold on. And this is where, like, I'm sure that attorney's like, oh God. But he's like, oops, I better kind of console him, make it like, because he made that look. And then
in locating his family. We watched as he claimed that the house was empty without them and that he hoped that they were somewhere safe and that he just wanted them to come home. He told investigators that they were at home sleeping when he left for work that morning. and that
Maybe
Shanann had told him
no, I don't.
that she was taking the girls to a friend's house for the day. What is striking about this case,
No,
Your
it's
Honor,
okay,
beyond the
Brian. We
horrors
can
that I've
keep
already
that. That's
described to
fine.
you, is the number of collateral victims that he created by his
Yeah.
actions. While he
What
stood in front of
picture?
TV cameras
What
asking for
picture?
the safe
Single
return of his
mamas?
family, scores of law enforcement officers, neighbors, friends, and family scoured the area,
Yeah, I don't think he cried.
fretted for their safe
He
return.
was kind of.
They texted him begging for any information and sending him their best wishes.
Yeah.
All the while he hid what he had done.
Mm-hmm.
The list of indirect victims does not
Exactly.
end there.
Poor
Think of the
Cruz.
firefighters and the Colorado State Patrol hazmat experts who had to don protective suits and who were called upon to pull Bella and Celeste out of those oil tanks.
Look at,
Or the
bless his
coroner
heart.
employees who had to
Bless
conduct
his
these
heart.
autopsies.
Oh,
Or the
Frank.
victim assistants who frantically attempted to ease
That
the suffering
is
of those affected.
heartbreaking.
All of this, Your Honor, for
So
what?
fucking.
Why? Why did
God
this
bless you,
happen?
Frank.
His motive was simple, Your Honor. He had a desire for a fresh start. To begin a relationship
Okay,
with a
love
new
you,
love
Robbie.
that
Okay.
overpowered all decency and feelings for his wife, his daughters, and unborn son.
Robbie Poo.
While Shanann texted the defendant over and over again in the days and weeks leading up to her death, attempting to save her marriage, the defendant secreted pictures of his
Yeah,
girlfriend
exactly.
into his phone and searched.
That's a
and
great
texted,
point, too.
Texted her at all hours of the night. While Shanann sent
She
the
did,
defendant
Brian.
self-help and relationship counseling books, one of which, ironically enough, was thrown in the garbage. He was searching the internet for secluded vacation spots to take his new love in researching jewelry. And while Shanann took the girls to visit family in North Carolina, the defendant went to car museums in the sand dunes with his new girlfriend.
Selfish, self-centered.
The stark contrast between the subjects of their internet and text content is absolutely stunning. Even the morning after he killed them and disposed of their bodies, he made several phone calls. One was to the school where the girls were supposed to start, telling the school that the girls would not be coming to school anymore, that they were being unenrolled, presumably to give him some more time before law enforcement notification about them going missing.
Right. Exactly, Brian.
He contacted a realtor, started discussing the selling of his house, and he texted with his girlfriend about their future.
Didn't hear the Tioni mention.
None of this answers the questions of why, however. If he was this happy and wanted a new start, get a divorce. You don't annihilate your family
Nikki Alexander?
and throw them away like garbage. Why did Nico, Celeste, Bella, and Shanann have to lose their lives?
Exactly, Brian. Amen. Amen. You know it.
Your Honor, justice demands the maximum sentence
Excuse
under
me.
the agreement.
Excuse me.
As you will recall, the agreement calls for life sentences as to Shanann, Bella, and Celeste, and all of those to run consecutively to one another.
Yeah,
it also
Shanann
calls
was
for the count
amazing.
of unlawful termination of a pregnancy as to Nico to run consecutively to counts 1, 2, and 3. I would suggest that the extreme aggravation present in the defendant's conduct and in his the efforts that I have described mandate that the sentences for counts 7, 8, and 9, the tampering with a deceased human body, each be the maximum of 12 years, and that those sentences run consecutively to one another. It is very clear that each of these acts, that these were not the subject of one act, but each oil tank that he walked up with his daughter's bodies and the hole that he dug for his wife and unborn son mandate a mandatory consecutive sentence. Yes.
So really quick, exactly. In Cat in the Hat, I'm going to show when Frank gets up there and shames him, his reaction, like, right. Claire Bear, excuse me. I mean, yes and no, Brian. It's like he does in the sense that everything's about him. He was only worried about what people thought of him, even through these interviews and interrogation. And, there are some, he may be a covert, but definitely on the spectrum of psychopath, yeah, exactly, darling Nikki. So I'm going to pull up now Frank when he addresses, hold on, okay, is this all of them or, okay, hold on. Let me see here.
Good morning.
Here we go.
What I'd like to say to the court is that
Right.
Shanann, Bella, and Nico love and caring people. They love life. They love being around people who love them.
Mm.
They always had good times.
Definitely
This is the first
codependent.
time they went to the beach this year,
Mm.
and they loved it. But God only knows what happened that night. Life will never be the same without Shanann. Bella,
Look at
and
his, look
Celeste
at
and
him.
Nico.
Look at him. Piece of shit.
Had all their lives to live. They were taken by a heartless one.
So right here, this is the part where, like Mary talked about, the heartless one. He says it really fast and then he says it again, but he's saying the heartless one, but they're like the heartless woman. They're trying to claim, oh, he knows it's NK or something. Let me rewind this.
They were taken by a heartless one.
A heartless one.
This is the heartless one, the evil monster, who dare you take the lives of my daughter Shanann, Bella,
Thank you,
Celeste,
Donna
and
Marie.
Nico. I trusted you to take care of them, not kill them. And they also trusted you.
Right, darling?
The heartless monster, and then you take them out like trash.
You would have.
You disgust me.
Yeah.
They were loving and caring people. You may have taken their bodies from me, but you will never take the love they had for me.
Mm-hmm.
They loved us more than
I know,
you will
right,
ever
Claire
know.
Bear?
Because you know what love. You don't know what love is. Because if you did, you would not have killed them.
Mm-hmm.
You monster. Thought you would get away with this. I don't know how. The
Look at him.
cameras do not lie. You carry them out like trash of the house. Yes. I seen the videotape. You buried my daughter Shanann and Nico in a shallow grave. And then you put Bella and Celeste in huge containers of crude oil. You heartless monster. You have.
Look at him.
You have to live with this vision every day of your life. And I hope.
Okay, do y'all notice, like right here? Me too. He did say, no, he didn't say woman, Brian. Go and like he said the heartless one. And he said heartless one. This heartless one. He didn't say woman. Guys, like go listen to it. Like I did it before I came on. He says heartless one, but he goes, this heartless one. He says it really fast. He did not say woman. So I want to make that like I can definitively say he did not say woman. He said heartless one. And I mean, I want to rewind it again. Hold on.
Love, you don't know what love is to me, but you will never take the love they had from me. They were taken by a heartless one.
A heartless one.
What happened that night? Life will never be the same without Shanann, Bella, and Celeste and Nico. Had all their lives to live. They were taken by a heartless one.
Heartless one.
This is the heartless one, the evil monster.
The heartless one.
Dare you take the lives
Look
of
how
my
pissed
daughter
he is.
Shanann,
Like,
Bella, Celeste. You have no heart or feeling to you.
Hold on. Hold on.
Love this more than you them,
Hold
not kill them. And they also trusted you. The heartless monster, and then.
Yeah, Brian, it does. Like especially because y'all, probably the volume's not that great on that end. But no, 100%. He says the heartless one, this heartless one. But I just wanted to debunk that, But and in a minute, he talks about how he hopes that he has to live with that vision every night before he goes to bed, and that makes even more sense why. In the second confession, he gives such visuals so that they can suffer, for calling him evil and a monster.
You take them out like trash. You disgust me. They were loving and caring people. You may have taken their bodies from me, but you will never take the love they had from me. They loved us more than you will ever know, because you don't know what love is, because if you have lives to live.
Hold on, let me see.
They always had good times. This is the first time they went to the beach this year, and they loved it. But God only knows what happened that night. Life will never be the same without Shanann, Bella, Celeste, and Nico. Had all their lives to live. They were taken by a heartless one.
Heartless
This is
one.
the heartless one, the evil monster, who did the day of my life. And I love
Let's see.
my daughter Shanann and Nico in a shallow grave. And then you put Bella and Celeste in huge containers of crude oil. You heartless monster. You have to live with this vision every day of your life. And I hope you see that every time you close your eyes.
See how you said that?
Oh, I forgot. You have no heart or feeling or love. Let me tell you something. I will think of them every day of my life. And I love them every day of my life. Prison is too good for you.
Yeah, like how can I slow it down? That's what I'm wondering. But I because I put I have headphones in, and I closed my eyes and I was like listening to it, and he said heartless one, but it just but I wonder how could I slow it down? I'd like to do that. Yeah, well, at first if you don't listen carefully, it sounds like that. But you have to kind of listen. You got to, because he's saying it fast. So yeah, and if you put on like the auto generated, like the one that just goes based off of what it hears and not the truth, or not have you ever done the captions and it's not, sometimes it'll if you don't pronounce things right, I mean, it says all kinds of weird words, like even in my own videos or lives, it's like that, what? Didn't say that,
This is hard to say, but may God have mercy on your soul. I hope you enjoy your new life. It's nothing like the one you had out here.
Get that.
May the courts have no mercy on you. It's hard every day. It hurts in so many ways. I have heard people say that you're not a monster. No, you are not. You're an evil monster.
That's right.
Thank you.
Look at that. Look how mad he is.
Bella and Nico.
God bless you.
Pop up and down.
Oh.
And one other thing. And Shanann says she is super excited for justice today.
That's right.
Thank you.
Now watch. I don't know if it's this one or after Frankie, but hold on. Look at that.
Sure.
Look at that. He's like, okay, look at that. Look at that. Look at him right there. Do you see him right there? I mean, come on. Look at that. He's like, okay, I got you. I got you.
Sure.
Look at that. He's like, okay. I mean, look at that, guys. Wow. There's not any emotion, but anger right there. Anger.
He has asked me to read his statement.
Oh, really? Okay, let me see. I'd like to try that. Okay, so settings. Okay, let me see. Okay. Oh, okay. So what should I put it at? Let's do half. Let me see. Oh, learn something. Let's see if this will be good.
Love life.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Who loves
Okay, let me get to the exact place. Thank you for telling me that, Brian. Okay, let me get to the place and then I'll put it.
They always had good times in Nico.
Okay, I think it's about to happen. So let me change the speed. This will be very interesting.
had all their lives to live.
Okay, yeah, I did. Yeah, I got it. 0.5.
They were taken by a heartless one.
Heartless one.
This is the heartless one, the evil monster.
Sounds funny. Hold on.
They were taken
I wonder if I can let me see what it sounds like for even more. Hold on.
by a heartless one.
Did y'all hear that? By a heartless one. Hold on, let's do it again.
Nico.
This is really interesting. Okay, what? This is better. Watch. It's gonna take a minute, but this one's really clear. You can hear.
All their lives to live. They were taken
There we go, right here.
by a heartless one.
Y'all heard it? Y'all heard it? No, it's heartless one. Heartless one. Yeah, thank you, Fabrice. Yeah. But thank you for telling me that, Brian. Like, awesome. Yay. But yeah, I'll play one more time. Hold on.
They were taken by a heartless one.
Yeah. That's so cool.
This
Thank
is
you,
the
Brian.
heartless one, the evil monster. Who dare you take the life?
I can't even think of the right word.
Hold
My
on.
beloved.
Look at that. Look at him. Look how mad he is. It's like, F you, you freaking piece of shit. Look at that. I mean, it's like,
Just have to state your name for the record.
Frankie Rzucek Jr.
Thank you for being here.
Your Honor, the past 3
That's so
months I
cool.
barely slept because I've been going through a lot
yay,
of
right?
different emotions because I did not see this coming.
He didn't met his guy, and
went
if
from
you
being
heard,
my
I just
brother,
slowed it
my
down. You
sister's
could hear it
protector,
clear as
one of the
day.
most loved people in
He
my
said
family,
the
to
heartless
someone
one.
I will spend the rest of my life trying to understand. What gave you the right to put your hands on a woman, let alone my best friend, my beloved sister, your daughters, and your son? Why weren't they enough for you?
Yeah,
In the
if you
blink of an
don't
eye, you took
listen,
away my
yeah,
whole
it can
world,
kind
the people that
of
mattered to
first,
me
yeah.
the most. Everything in my life I loved, your
Yeah,
children. They
but thank
trusted
you for
you.
telling me
They
about that,
loved you.
because slowing it down
They looked
cleared it
up to
up.
you because you promised to keep them safe. Instead, you turned
Oh,
on your family.
Frankie.
My blood is boiling as I write these last words because they are the last you will ever hear from me. I can't even think of the right words to describe the betrayal and the hate I feel. And to be honest, you aren't even worth the time and effort it takes to put my pen to this paper.
Mm,
There isn't a day that goes by that I don't cry for my family. They were my whole world.
mm,
All I do is ask myself why. Why would you do this? You don't deserve to be called a man. What kind of person slaughters the people that love them the most?
mm.
Did you really think you would get away with this? Did you really think that this was your best option, to throw away your family like they were garbage? They deserve better, and you know it. I hope
Look
you
at
spend
that.
the rest of your life staring at the
Look at
ceiling
that.
every
He's
night,
like a
being haunted by what
psychopath.
you've done. None of us deserved this. Hearing my mother and father cry themselves to sleep in this hotel room causes me anguish that is beyond words.
Mm.
I can't describe how this feels, how badly my heart is breaking for my poor parents. We trusted you. You have taken away my family from this earth, but you can never take them from my heart.
Mm.
You took away my privilege of being an uncle to the most precious little girls I've ever known. I will never hear the words Uncle Frankie again, but you will never be called Dad again either.
And also, if y'all remember, in like one of the letters, recent letters that he wrote his mom, he's like, I'm still a dad and I'm a servant of the Lord. It's like,
You'll never be able to put your hands on another woman, let alone my best friend, my beloved sister, and your son. I just can't comprehend how they weren't enough for you.
well, I did debunk that just now. So he did not say woman. He said,
destroy the people who loved them
he
the
said,
most. I pray that you never have a moment's peace or a good night's rest in the cage you'll spend every day of your life in. A cage you are privileged to live in because my family isn't evil like you. We beg the district attorney to spare your life because despite everything, we believe that no one has the right to take the life of another, even someone like you.
This, he says this
I feel
one.
sorry for your family. I know the pain that they must feel knowing that they can't hug you, because that's how my mother.
Exactly,
father, and I feel
Catherine.
every
It's
time
like
we try for
he's
our family.
angry.
Nothing hurts more
But
than
he,
watching or
Brian,
hearing
he
my
has
family
contact
lose
with his
their
little
loved one.
minister girl, you know what
I
I'm
just wish that I
saying?
could tell you that you would tell
Yeah,
the truth,
Frankie.
but I know that that is asking for more than you are capable of. I stayed up all night writing this statement. I don't sleep because of you. My life will never be the same because
Yeah,
of you,
right,
but at least my
darling.
conscience
How
is
are you,
clear.
Mike?
I get to live free, but I can't say the same for you. I haven't slept in 2 days because I've been anxiously waiting for this moment, the moment I get to tell you how I feel, how this has affected my family and I. My family and I can finally grieve after today. If anything, we will come out of this stronger today than we were before, and we will continue to pray for your family. Sincerely,
See,
Frankie.
I even say about praying.
Thank you, sir.
Let's watch the Watts, but like, let's see, like, I mean, it's like, oh, Frankie.
Sandy Bruce would like to address the court.
Sandy.
Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. Thank you for this moment.
I could just have you just identify yourself for the record.
My name is Sandra Rzucek, Shannon's mother.
Thank you.
I wanted to say thank you for this moment. I want to take a moment to thank everyone who has prayed for our beloved family, who had sent gifts, cards to us from all over the world. I know God will put the evil people where they need to be. I also want to take the time to thank the town of Frederick, Greeley, FBI, the DA's office, the CBI for exceptional work. We thank Nicole Atkinson, Shannon's neighbor Nathan, and his
Oh, some
family.
lemonade.
To me, they're our heroes. They really are. God bless. God makes no mistakes on who he puts in your life. Marriage is about love, trust, and friendship and unity. We marry for sickness and health, to death do us part.
Yeah.
Our daughter Shanann loved you with all of her heart.
Mm.
Your children loved you to the moon and back. Shannon's family was her world. Shanann put a crown on your head.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, the day that you took their life, God removed that crown.
Mm.
We loved you like a son. We trusted you. Your faithful wife trusted you.
Mm.
Your children adored you. And they also
Exactly, Cat in the Hat.
Your daughter Bella Marie sang a song proudly.
That
And I don't know if you get to
daddy is
see
my
it, but it
hero.
was, Daddy, you're my hero. I have no idea who gave you the right to take their lives.
So really quick, like I said, everybody, this is a safe place and you're not going to be chastised or, but I do ask, like, like we are looking at the facts because there's facts and evidence in this case. And the evidence, facts, and confession from Chris all show that Shanann did not kill her children. It was Chris. So, okay.
But I know
God
God and his mighty angels were there at that moment to bring them home to paradise. God gives us free will. So not only did you take the family of four, your family of four, you took your own life. I want the world to know that our daughter and her children were so loved by us. There will always be protected by God and his mighty angels. I didn't want death for you because that's not my right. Your life is between you and God now, and I pray that he has mercy for you. From Shannon's mother,
they're good people, man.
Bella Marie, Celeste Catherine, and Nico Lee's Nana.
No.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, that's all the witnesses that I had intended on calling, and I know that the court addressed this during the procedural posture. I am aware that Mr. and Mrs. Watts would also like to address the court. I would certainly invite the court, if you want, at this point, to call upon them, or we can certainly do it after any evidence that the defense has as well.
Does Cindy or Bonnie Watts wish to make a statement under the Victims' Rights Amendment? Good morning, Ms. Towers.
Good morning, Your Honor.
And I'm going to have you folks introduce yourself for the record.
I'm Cindy Watts.
Ron Watts. Thank you. And I have authorized you to make
So, like I said, but with my channel, like I am here to preserve the memories and legacy of Shanann and her babies. And this is not a speculation. Live, what I do is I will hear the speculations that you might have, but I ask that you can state them. But if there is no evidence whatsoever to back that up, then I need you to, especially about insinuating that Shanann had anything to do with taking the lives. That is not okay. Again, Chris Watts, the evil monster, he annihilated his family. He was having an affair. He is a piece of shit. He's in prison. Okay. There is absolutely no evidence. Okay. And I'm not going to have Shanann's memory sullied in such a way. It's unfair and it's wrong.
make a statement to the court as paternal grandparents of the children. And if you choose not to make a statement, but you're designated.
Exactly, Meadows guy. I mean, you know. But there is truths in what he says. They're just, he's a pathological liar, but there are truths. You've got to kind of sift them out.
They're hoping that they have the strength to speak, but if they do not, they've written out their statements and asked me to finish for them. So.
And again, here's the thing, okay? You cannot use you didn't know her, okay? The thing is that this is true crime, okay? And with true crime, you know, when you have the discovery and evidence and everything, you don't speculate anymore. Like, there is evidence, there's hard, concrete evidence, and there's truth. So when you choose to ignore that, that's not okay. And you don't have to know someone, okay? And nobody knows Chris either, but it's not hard to see the truth. It's not hard to see that he was an evil monster that annihilated his family, had sufficient motive for his sick plan. If you say, you know, a sufficient motive, he had a motive, okay? Shanann was fighting for her marriage. She loved her children. She was pregnant, okay? So, yeah, there, again.
If I could start, Your Honor. On behalf of the Watts, Your Honor, and to the community, we thank you for the opportunity and the recognition under the Victim Bill of Rights.
Yeah, exactly.
As the grandparents and
okay, hold on.
Of the dog.
Okay, hold on. So you're saying well acquainted with them firsthand. So who are you saying you're well acquainted with? Audrey Rose. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Right, Aquarian. Like, why speculate? It's like, well, yeah, you know, even though he's a liar, there is truths in what he says. It's like, it's just not all of it is, you got to kind of, you know, like you kind of have to sit, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's there. It's just, you know, he's a pathological liar. But what I want to know is that you're saying, Audrey Rose, that you know them firsthand. So can you tell me how you know them firsthand? Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you for clarifying that. And apologize. And I'm sorry that you've dealt with child abuse. But, you know, there is no evidence to prove that there was any child abuse happening. Hi, Denise. How are you? They were, you know. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Okay, hold on. Oops, I can't get it. Okay, but, oh gosh. I'm sorry. Okay, let's get back to that.
Daughter and children whose life was taken in this case. We are not here to ask for leniency. We are not in any way condoning or tolerating the crime that has occurred and the pain that has been caused. We join in our daughter-in-law and grandchildren's family in saying this should never have happened. This is not condonable. This is something that we will never get over. We appreciate the consideration that everyone has paid, most especially the families that have lost everyone. We appreciate that they begged for Christopher's life. We agree and echo what they have said, that it is not his place to take anyone's life, nor would it be our place as a community to take his life. So we thank you for the opportunity and for every consideration and effort that's been put out. The prosecution in this case has in fact respected the Victim Bill of Rights. They took the time to explain that the information that my clients had at the time that they were interviewed was not correct. They were misinformed.
Hi, Audra. How
They
are
were
you?
searching for answers. They were not intending to cause any pain to anyone. And they
Right, cat in the
appreciate that
hat.
the prosecution answered their questions and gave them the time and the
Right,
respect and
darling Nikki. Again, we're
consideration
looking at the
so that they
facts
could tell
and
this court and everyone in this community that the interview content was not their message.
okay, so about the Watts again. So here's the thing. When you say that no one's in their corner, the thing is that their behavior in this situation and their behavior towards Shanann and Chris, or, their marriage and even their grandchildren throughout this 8 years, there was a pattern of behavior. They protested the wedding. It was an off and on kind of thing. They didn't go to CeCe's birthday party in North Carolina, like a couple of weeks before this happened. And then afterwards, like Ronnie, in the interrogation, like before Chris even admitted to anything, he started bashing Shanann immediately, calling her bipolar and everything. And she did the same thing. That is not respectable. The Rzuceks didn't do that, and so that is what people don't appreciate. So
That they accept that their son has done this, that they accept that he chose to plead guilty, that he sought and requested their consent and agreement for a life sentence. They appreciate that he is given the opportunity to serve that life sentence. It is his responsibility. It is his sentence. And it is not enough to make up for what has done. We understand and we join the family.
okay, hold on. Okay, Audrey Rose. Yes, they absolutely are the facts. Okay, you look at the discovery. You look at, the interviews with family and friends and coworkers and everything like that. The preschool that the girls attended. When you look at all that, then those are facts. So again, it is no more than a speculation to even say that these girls were abused. Yeah, they were abused when their father took their lives and threw them in oil batteries. But prior to that, like when Chris came to North Carolina, he was being mean, cold, distant towards the girls. He was yelling at them more. When they were describing when he was driving to the beach, Sandy, they were following behind and he was being extremely reckless and driving like a madman. And that's kind of like psychotic behavior. Psychopaths do that. They will put people's lives in danger. You can say he did. Absolutely.
And that we have questions. We don't know how such a thing could possibly happen, or that it may.
And, you know, one thing that I picked up on, there's a video of the girls' first and last trip to the beach in North Carolina. And that was the first time that Frankie got to meet, like, face to face, CeCe. But hold on. Just a minute. Okay, I'll be there just a minute. Like, he was kind of like, Shanann, you could tell she didn't feel comfortable because he was like gonna take him out into the ocean. She's like, no, like, stay back a little bit, you know. So, but I'm gonna let this play. Let's see, how long is that? Hold on, I need to see. Okay, so I'll let this play.
For raising his children and protecting his wife.
And I will be back.
That he did, and that he would disregard their bodies and the love that he had for them and they had for him and everyone else, and take the gestures and put this community through the investigation and the discovery and the responsibility of bringing justice. We do not understand that. We do not think it was appropriate. We cannot begin to think that an explanation will ever justify it. My clients indicate that they understand that a full opportunity for a confession with all of the responsibility and accountability has not occurred. And they support the family and the request that that happen, if not today, at an appropriate time, in an appropriate manner, so that everyone can have peace, to understand to the best of their ability the details that they need and to have their questions answered. And by giving this opportunity of a life sentence, we hope that he embraces that moment, that had the death penalty been pursued, there would not have been an opportunity to be accountable and to give a full confession. And had the death penalty been sought, counsel would have fought for his life, the prosecutors would have been engaged in a multiple-year battle, the families would have been torn apart, this community would have had to subsidize it and endure it, and we have so much respect and gratefulness that that did not happen. We would strongly encourage Christopher Watts to give that full confession in the tone and in the timing that he thinks is appropriate with the guidance of his counsel. We feel that it would be appropriate and helpful to ease the pain and the suffering. But we also say, we don't think that there's anything that he can say that will ever account for his behavior. There's nothing that can be done to cure the harm he has caused. And he has the responsibility to serve his sentence with dignity and with regard for everyone, and to spend every breath that he has left in an atonement for what he has done. Do you want to read it?
Yes.
If I could just have you state your name for the record.
Cindy Watts.
Thank you.
My name is Cindy Watts. I am the grandmother of two beautiful granddaughters, Bella Marie, Celeste Catherine Watts. I am also the mother of Christopher Watts, who I will be directing most of my statement to. First, I'd like to begin by recognizing the absolute horror of this crime and acknowledging the devastating loss that both the Rzucek family as well as our family have faced. Our families have been irreparably broken by the needless deaths of Shanann, Bella, CeCe, and Nico. This is something we will never get over. We will always mourn the loss of our family, and in that, we are united in our grief. I am still struggling to understand how and why this tragedy occurred. I may never be able to understand and accept it, but I pray for peace and healing for all of us. Now to my son, Christopher. I have known you since the day you were born into this world. I have watched you grow from a quiet and sweet, curious child who Bella reminded me so much of, to a young man who worked hard in sports and later mechanics to achieve your goals. You are a good friend, brother, father, and son. You have We have loved you from the beginning, and we still love you now. This might be hard for some to understand how I can sit here under these circumstances and tell you, although we are heartbroken, although we can't imagine what could have led us to this day, but we love you. Maybe you can't believe it either. As the Lord said in Jeremiah 3:31, I have loved you with an everlasting love. Therefore, I have continued my faithfulness to you. And you, as your mother, Chris, I have always loved you, and I still do. I hate what has happened. Your father and sister and I are struggling to understand why. But we will remain faithful as your family, just as God remains faithful because of his unconditional love for us all. We love you. And we forgive you, son.
Thank you.
Judge, if I could read Mr. Watts' statement.
Yes.
My name is Ronnie Watts, and I am the grandfather of Bella, Celeste, Nico Watts, and I am the father of Shanann. I am the father of Christopher Watts as well. And one of the most important things I've done in my life is to raise my children and to watch as they started their own families. I spent many years coaching Little League and talking to my son, taking him to the races, and sharing my love and knowledge of cars with him. He was just as involved with his girls. I believe he loves his girls. I know he does. This tragedy has impacted my family in so many ways. Beyond losing my precious grandchildren, our beloved daughter-in-law, we are forced to question everything. We still don't have all the answers, and I hope one day, Christopher, you can help us. Chris, I want to talk to you as a father and son. You are here today accepting responsibility, but I want to tell you this now. I love you. Nothing will ever change that. And I want you to find peace. And today is your first step. The Bible says if we confess our sins, God is faithful and just and will forgive us. Chris, I forgive you, and your sister forgives you, and we will never abandon you, and we love you. Dad.
Okay, guys. I just wanted to come back. I'm having to deal with something, but I just wanted to come back in. I think I'm going to go ahead and end it. Let's see. Hold on. No, I can't. I'm not exactly sure, but my daughter had woken up, so I had to help her. Right, Catherine. So, but yeah. So, right. Well, but good night, Brian. So, but you know how it goes. I could sit here and stay on forever with, yeah. See, she has stuff. Okay, I'll be up. She had to change. But anyways, I just want to hop back on. I'm going to go ahead and close it for tonight. Oh my gosh, hold on. This is driving me nuts. This thing is like continuously telling me like, yes, I know. Hold on. Okay. Whew. Hold on. Okay. Right. Fact-based. So we got through the hearing, and we did debunk one important thing. The whole woman. He did not say woman. He said this one. And so we debunked that. Thanks to Brian telling me you can slow down the video. That was awesome. Thank you for being here, Polly, and I hope you join the next time. No, not a juice box. What? But yeah, and thank you to everyone for hanging and talking and helping debunk these myths and just going through things. And hopefully the more we can debunk, the better, and to keep Shanann and the baby's beautiful legacy and memory alive, and the truth on the forefront. And so, but good night. Have a great day. Thank you, Fact. Y'all are awesome. Thank you, darling. Just thank you, Cat in a Hat, for y'all's help, and everybody for joining. Y'all are awesome. And yeah, so join me next time though, because we will continue to debunk, and the truth shall set you free. Love you all. Thank you. Until next time, I always say spread peace and love, and but always stand up to bullies, okay? And I'm sending all my love and virtual hugs to you guys. And thank you for hanging. And thank you again to the mods for your awesomeness and support. Good night.